Hi guys, so today I'm going to talk about ethical considerations in AI and machine learning. So let's get right into it. Um, what is AI? AI or artificial intelligence refers to the development of computer systems that can perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. These tasks include understanding natural languages, recognizing patterns, learning from experience and making decisions. Essentially, AI enables machines to copy human cognitive functions, allowing them to solve problems, automate tasks, and even exhibit a form of intelligence in a certain context. So, what is ethics? Ethics is the philosophical study of moral principles that govern human behavior and decision making. It deals with questions of right and wrong, good and bad, and the principles that guide our actions and judgments. Ethics provides a framework for individuals and societies to evaluate and navigate complex moral dilemmas and aim to promote fairness, justice, and the well-being of individuals and communities. So combining them together, AI ethics deal with the moral aspect of developing and using and deploying artificial intelligence. It means looking at how AI systems behave and the effect they have on people, society, and environment. It covers things like fairness, accountability, tran- transparency, privacy, and how the data is handled. The aim of AI ethics is to make sure that AI is developed and used in a way that follow ethical rules, respect human values, and help society grow positively. Understanding why ethical AI matters is essential as we navigate the fast-changing world of technologies. It is important for to build a trust in AI system, not only for users but for the society as a whole. Also, we have to ensure fairness, transparency, and accountability accountabilities in AI operations. And we also have to encourage many people to use AI and help create new and better ideas that make life better for anyone. When AI is used in a good and fair way, more people feel comfortable using it, and this can lead to more new ideas that solve problems in the society. So it is important to maintain a high ethical standards so that an AI benefit everyone without causing harm. Now, um, let's dive into the various ethical principles of AI development. These principles serve as an essential frameworks for ensuring the responsible and ethical use of AI technologies. So first we have um, fairness and bias mitigation. This principle emphasizes the importance of ensuring that an AI system treat all individuals fairly and mitigate bias in decision-making process. For example, bias facial recognition algorithms have been known to disproportionately misidentify individuals from minority racial or gender groups, leading to false accusations. So next is transparency and explainability. It plays a crucial role in ensuring that AI systems are transparent and understandable to users, stakeholders, and the society. So for example, by providing explanation for AI generated decisions, such as in loan approval processes. We can ensure transparency and accountability in the system's operation. So next is accountability and responsibilities. We have to make sure the developers and organization take responsibility for how AI systems affect people and society is important. For example, setting up ways to check and oversee these systems can make sure they are used responsibly and especially in important area like healthcare. And lastly, we have the privacy preservation. It is important for protecting people rights and ensuring AI systems handle data responsibly. For example, techniques like normalization help keeping the user information private, especially in personalized online apps. So now let's explore the challenge and pitfalls that come with ensuring ethics in AI. This obstacle can hinder the development and deployment of AI that are fair, transparent, and accountable. So these are all the common challenges. The first one is lack of diverse representation in data. The second one is algorithmic bias. The third one is black box algorithms. And the fourth one is regulatory and legal gaps. Now let's move on to each one. So firstly, we have the lack of diverse representation in data. Um, when AI systems are trained on incomplete or biased data, they may not accurately represent all individual groups, leading to unfair outcomes. And the lack of diverse data can lead to an algorithmic bias. So, what is algorithmic bias? An algorithmic bias is a system and repeatable errors in a computer system that create unfair outcomes, such as privileging one arbitrary group of users over the others. Is and these biases can unintentionally discriminate against certain groups, per perpetuating inequalities and reinforcing biases present in the data. And for example, Amazon once built an AI system that automates its recruitment process. The algorithm was trained on resumes submitted to company over 10 years, which mostly came from males. And then the system began to favoring male candidates over candidates, and it shows a clear biases. And we will talk about this later in the case study section. And another challenge is the use of black box algorithms. These algorithms are complex and difficult to interpret, making it challenging to understand how AI reach its decision, which can undermine transparency and accountability. And additionally, the regulatory and legal gaps create a challenge in ensuring ethical AI laws and regulation often fall behind and cannot keep up with AI advancements, leaving a gaps in oversight and accountability. So we might have to focus on updating regulations in AI development and deployment. So next, I'm going to talk about case studies. So the first case study is there's an article I found online that said that in uh, 2018 there was a project called Gender Shades. It is an intersectional approach that was used to evaluate three gender classification algorithms. These algorithms are developed by IBM, Microsoft. Subjects were grouped into four categories: the darker skinned females, the darker skinned males, the lighter skinned females, and the lighter skinned males. And all three algorithms performed the worst on the darker skinned females, with an error up to 34% higher than the lighter skinned males. And the article also mentioned that the reason it performed worse on darker skinned females is the dataset are often more biased toward the lighter skinned individuals, resulting in the algorithms that are better at recognizing the lighter skin tones. As a result, when facing with the darker skinned individuals, particularly females, the algorithms struggle to accurately classify and identify them. So we have to be more unbiased and use more diverse datasets when working with that data with an AI. Alright. So here's the deal with an Amazon attempt to use AI for hiring. They start this project back in 2014 and aiming to automate their recruitment process. They built this system that would analyze a past candidate's resume and pick out the best one using about 50,000 key terms. The plan was to make hiring super efficient. They input a resume and it will spit out the top candidates. But here's where the things went wrong. After about a year, they realized something troubling. The AI didn't seem to like women very much. It turns out that the AI learned from past hiring decisions which were skewed toward men. So when it encountered terms like woman or noticed an applicant from women, it, tend, it tended to downgrade those resumes. But gender bias wasn't the only issue. The AI also recommended unqualified candidates for the job, and this isn't unique to Amazon algorithms. Algorithm can sometimes pick up on our unconscious biases like racial bias, and then in the end, Amazon gave up on the AI recruitment project after 3 years because they lost faith in it, and they never only relied on recommendation for hiring. They always had a human recruiter double checking the process. So next, the case study 3, COMPAS or Correctional Offender Management Profiling for Alternate uh, Sanctions. It is widely used algorithm in the criminal justice system in the US. So COMPAS is uh, designated to analyze a risk of that is going to reoffending again. It helps judge in making decision and the sentence decisions. However, many study have raised a concern about this algorithm racial bias and its impacts on sentencing people. As the researcher found that COMPAS is disproportionately assigned the higher risk score to black defendants compared to the white defendants. And as shown in the picture of the two offenders on the left, Prater was more seasoned criminal. He had already been convicted of armed robbery and attempt in armed robbery too, but he got a risk score of 3. But Borden, who was the darker, darker skinned woman here, was just taking taking the kid's bike that was sitting outside, yet he get the risk score of 8. And 2 years later, a predator who was a low-risk criminal is now serving an 8-year prison sentence for stealing 1,000 worth of dollar in electronic goods. But Borden, who was rated a high-risk criminal, has not been charged with any new crimes. And on the right-hand side, it is the risk score distribution of white and black offenders. And this chart show that when it comes to the risk score, the white defendant tends to get a lower score more often, but for black offenders, its scores are spread out more evenly across different risk levels. In simpler terms, this means that black defendants are often labeled as a higher risk, even when their actual situation might not look like it, which reflect a bias in the system. Okay, so let's sum up what we have talked about with AI and ethics. We have covered about a, a lot about how AI can affect people and why it is important to do it right. We also talk about making sure AI treats everyone fairly and keep our information safe and private. And we also talk about why it is really important for AI to be clear about how it works. And now it is time to do something about it. We all need to work together to make sure that AI is used in a good way. We need to make sure that AI treats everyone the same and doesn't mess with our privacy, and we need to make some clear rules to make sure AI doesn't do something unethical. Thank you.